What's up, superstars? It's Phil here. We've made some improvements onto our website, so it's time to do a new video update. We're going to show you step by step how to properly place an order onto our website. So let's go. All right, guys, let's head over to our website. First thing you'll want to do is go ahead and click on the Order Now button. This will take you to the order form. So on this order form, we have a dynamic section here that will give you an estimated time frame on when your transfers will be done. So for example, today is the 20th of September. If I was to place an order today and I also receive the payment today, we'll be able to have this ready to ship or pick up by Friday. And then you'll have this delivered by the 25th or the 28th, depending on where you're at in our region. So this gives you an estimated time frame, and it is updated on a daily basis. So keep that in mind when you're placing your orders with us, if you want to have a rough idea of when the transfers will be done. So the next thing that we want to talk about is going to be our pricing. We charge $5 a square foot. We also have a quick DTF cost estimator tool. In case you're brokers or you're trying to get your pricing right for somebody, you can always scroll down to our website. You can choose the transfer of your choice, and it will give you the estimated cost of this transfer. You can multiply this by as many of these transfers that you need. And again, that will give you an idea of the pricing. Now, when it comes to the gang sheets or single images, we can accept both of them. So if you're sending it over a gang sheet, you want to make sure that your gang sheets are sized up to 22 by 100 inches. We want to make sure we can accept larger ones, but we want to make sure that the file is not too big. I've seen files that get corrupted when they're too large, so we like to keep it at 22 by 100. Plus, if you're going to be submitting, for example, a really huge gang sheet like 22 by 1000, we've had issues where there's a little bit of a discrepancy in the artwork. Instead of having to redo that whole gang sheet, if it's sectioned off in a 22 by 100, it is much easier to tackle and handle that situation. But if you're uploading individual images, just do what you normally do and submit the single images to us on our website. And for those that have been frequently placing your orders to us, and if you're limited in the quality of the artwork that you have and you just want to go ahead and print it as is instead of going through our customer service process, because we do review every file, usually you can just go ahead and put a note on that you want to print as is, and we will just go ahead and print it as is without reviewing the files for any quality issues. Now, the next thing is we have a rush option. So if you're in a rush, this is the option that you need to choose. It's an extra $35 for a rush. We have specific rush order teams that will handle these rush orders and sort these out and have them ready within a day. So just go ahead and select that on your ordering form, and we will add that extra rush service to the order. And the next thing that you want to do is upload your files to us on our website. So this is going to be the upload file area. You can either drag or drop your artwork there, or you can go ahead and click on this and open up the orders. So I have all our orders basically categorized in this folder. We accept different forms of artwork. So this is going to be a sample of a Photoshop file, a PNG file. We have a PDF file, Adobe Illustrator file, an SVG file, and an EPS file. All these files are uploadable to our website. So you just need to highlight that, select it, and it will upload every single file here. You just want to make sure that everything uploads completely before you hit submit. So the next thing that you want to do after you have all the files uploaded is you want to go ahead and add all the details for the print. For example, I'm going to go ahead and copy these titles here, and I'm going to go ahead and paste them all down here, because this is going to give me an idea or it's going to give us instructions on what size to print your transfers at. And you want to make sure that all these are corresponding with the actual file name, so we actually know how to resize that particular file. So for example, this first file here is going to be our Transfer Superstars logo. We're going to want 2 pieces of this, and we want an artwork dimension. So if you're not sure, we actually have this one broken down into specific sizing already. So I went ahead and renamed the size a specific way so that I can identify this. So for example, this one, our Transfer Superstar logo is going to be a 9.19 inch by 6. So in this particular case, you want to just go ahead and click on. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight this right here, or let's just go ahead and note that down. Right here, you can go ahead and, if you wanted a specific size, you can go ahead and choose that drop down option here. But if you have a very particular size, you can put a note here down, and then we will know, please size the following accordingly. So if you want a specific to 9.19 inches, we will size that particular design to that size. So the next one we're going to handle is going to be the Superstar logo. This one is going to be a straight 10-inch, and we're going to be doing 6 pieces of this. And then for the Psychedelic Wonderland, we want this one at 12 by 16. So we're just going to go ahead and choose 12 inches because we always go base it off of the width. And then for the King's line gate, it's going to be 3.6 inches. We're very particular with this one. So what you want to do is you also want to add a note that we are going to be sizing this one particularly to 3.627 inches by 5.09. So if you're very particular, this is what you need to do. For the dash in, if you want to keep it simple, we're just going to do 10 inches here. Batgirl, we're also going to be doing 10 inches here. And then we're just going to go ahead and fill in the sizes. So for Psychedelic, I'm going to be doing 1 piece of that. For the King's line gate, we're going to be doing 4 pieces of that. And then for the dash-in, we're going to be doing 5 pieces of that. And for the Batgirl, we are going to be doing 2 pieces of that. So now that you have all your sizes and all your quantities set along with the file name, if you need any artwork services, you'll go ahead and select it here. But most of the time, you're not going to be needing any artwork services. I'm just going to read through the services real quick. So you can always click, I don't need this. But if you want, we can go ahead and do minor color swats. So if you're trying to do a black to a white, you can click that option. If you have an image that is not transparent, we can remove the background for you. We can also redraw it. If it's not a vector image, we will redraw and vectorize that image for you if you choose this selection. And of course, if you need a color chart, make sure you select this and we'll add that to your order. If you're not sure exactly what to do with the color chart, make sure you watch our video on our color chart and our color profiling. That'll help you out into knowing what to do with the color chart. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and select the production option. So we have 2 production options for you. One is going to be our standard production, which is 2 to 3 days upon the payment being received. Second is going to be our rush service, 1 or 2 days. That's an additional $35. And we'll print this one with our dedicated printer so that we can get this one out the door for you. Next thing is you're going to have different shipping options. So we simplified this. We have a flat rate shipping for our tubes. And economy is going to be 1 to 7 days depending on where you're located. And so that's going to be a flat rate of $12. We have FedEx 2 days. That's going to be $29. FedEx overnight, that's going to be $89. And of course, your local pickup. So in this scenario, we're also going to be putting your information here. This is going to be really helpful when we're trying to invoice you and also communicate with you. So if you want to make sure that you have all your info down, so I'm going to just go ahead and put my information here. And then I'm going to go ahead and populate our address. And after you have your address entered, we have another field where you can talk about a little bit about your background, your experience. This helps us get an idea of our customers. It will also help answer any questions that you may have. If you're ever calling in about a particular order, I can always pull up your profile and I can know a little bit more about you and your background and where you actually heard about us from. So if you're a repeat customer, this is what you would click. If you're from TikTok, this is where it starts to populate what you're currently doing here. So if you're doing DTG, DTF, you would fill that out, the type of shop that you're working with, so we can fine tune and help you the best way that we can. And we also want to find out why you're using DTF instead of screen printing or sublimation or white toner, whatever you're trying to do. We'd love to hear more about what you're doing. But if, again, you're a repeat customer, just click repeat customer and again, where you heard us from. And that also helps us out. Once you have that filled out, you can go ahead and click submit on the order and it'll come into our system. And if you get an option like this, that means there wasn't an option that was chosen. So I forgot to choose this. I'm going to go ahead and choose local pickup since this is pickup. And then let's go ahead and click submit again. So once you hit submit, it takes you to this page and then you can scroll down and then look for the submit button because it's going to show you that it's to please wait. Basically, the file is getting uploaded into our servers, into our system, and we will be able to review those files and get back to you with the invoice. If there's some work that's needed, we're going to be emailing you so that we can go ahead and get that taken care of. So unlike other companies where they take the payment up front with a checkout system, we actually have a review process. We check for various things, for example, copyright and IP. We also take a look at transparency in the image, low quality image that might be a concern, and also any artwork effect, for example, any gradient, shadows, things like that that may be concerning, or cut off images. We will reach out and we will let you know as best as we can. But it is also very important that you guys review the artwork before sending it to us because we are not perfect, but we will do our best job here possible. So once you submit the order, everything looks good and we send you the invoice and it's taken care of, your order will begin its print journey. It'll go to one of our dedicated printers, whether it's a rush order or a regular order, and in roughly about 2 or 3 days, your order will be ready. So for example, if everything went well and you submitted your order, we will create a gang sheet and it will look something like this. Everything will come with instructions and it'll be ready to press. And all you'll basically need at this point is going to be a heat press machine. You want to make sure that you're also using a heat press. I've seen people that use irons and Cricut presses. It can get the job done for 1 or 2 shirts or for something that you're not going to be washing. But we always recommend using a heat press if you want a good t-shirt that will last for a very long time. And if you guys haven't watched our other video where we talk about the importance of heat press pressure, make sure you guys tune into that video because it is very, very important that you guys deliver a very good product. My name is Phil. If you guys have any questions in regards to the ordering process, let me know or my team know. We're here to help you guys out. I'll catch you guys on that next video, guys.